We're going to do today's class practice by video so I can practice using this technology. This is lesson 5.3, use subtraction equations to solve problems. Number 1, Brianna's Gymnastics Club collected 83 toys for a toy drive. This is 26 fewer than the number of toys collected by Latonya's dance team. Write a subtraction equation. It can be used to find T, the number of toys collected by Latonya's dance team. Okay, so I prepared my paper already, just like we did whenever we had the addition equations. I'm sorry, the subtraction equations where we used addition for solving. So the total toys that they collected for the toy drive will be right here, and that was 83. And we want to find out the number of toys that Latonya's dance team, Latoya's, I guess it is Latoya, and then we have fewer than. The problem said to put T for Latoya, and the problem also said 26 fewer. And they're done. T minus 26 equals 83. Number 2, the Tigers soccer team scored 38 goals last season. This is 19 fewer than the number of goals scored by the Cubs soccer team. Write a subtraction equation that could be used to find G, the number of goals scored by the Cubs soccer team last season. So some amount of goals, and that was last season goals, and they said they wanted G, and then we have fewer, which was 19. And then we have this year's goals, 38. And there's your equation. G minus 19 equals 38. Because we were looking for last year's goals, which was 19 fewer than this year's goals. Okay? Number 3. Ruby is 7 years old. She's the youngest of her siblings and 12 years younger than her oldest sibling. Write a subtraction equation that could be used to find A, which I'm sure is for age, the age of Ruby's oldest sibling. Okay, so we're going to do A for oldest sibling. And then we have the younger, and they said that that was 12 years younger, equals Ruby. Who was 7 years old. So the oldest sibling is some age, and then 12 years younger, you'll find Ruby's age. Number 4, water in an ice tray was cooled to 32 degrees Fahrenheit. This is 43 degrees less than its starting temperature. Write a subtraction equation that could be used to find W, the starting temperature of the water in degrees. Okay, starting temperature is W, so we have some amount here. Starting temp is W. And then we had less than, that was 43 degrees. And that was Fahrenheit. And then we have cooled to 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. Some amount of temperature, we don't know how warm that was, but we subtracted 43 degrees and we got 32. That's freezing. To fill a car with gas, Alexander, I have no idea, needed 13 gallons. This was 8 fewer gallons than the amount of gas he needed to fill his truck. Write a subtraction equation that could be used to find T, the number of gallons needed to fill the truck. Number 5. So we have some amount in his truck. And we're going to use T for that. And fewer was 8 gallons. And I guess I could put full because he needed 13 to fill it up. So there was some amount that was in there, 8 fewer, and it took 13 to fill it up. Number 6. To bake cookies, Damien needed 2 cups of flour. This is 3 fewer cups than the amount of flour he needed to make a loaf of bread. Write a subtraction equation that could be used to find B, the number of cups of flour Damien needed to bake the bread. Okay, we have some amount of flour, and we don't know what that amount of flour is, but he needed 2 cups of flour. Okay, so we could actually do needed for flour, 2 cups. And we have 3 cups fewer. And we have some amount of flour that's supposed to be B. We don't know what that amount is, so it's just some amount. Some amount. So we have some amount of flour, which is 3 cups less than the 2 cups that were needed. Marissa ran 5 miles on Wednesday. This is 2 fewer miles than she ran on Tuesday. Write a subtraction equation that can be used to find M, the number of miles Marissa ran on Tuesday. So I guess Tuesday would be here. And that would be M. And then she ran 5 miles on Wednesday. And that is 2 miles fewer. Okay, so she ran some amount on Tuesday, which was 2 miles less than the 5 miles she ran on Wednesday. Okay? Number 8. At a track meet, Ben threw a javelin 165 feet on Saturday. This was 11 fewer feet than the distance he threw the javelin on Friday. So now we're dealing Saturday and Friday. Write a subtraction equation that could be used to find the number of feet Ben threw the javelin on Friday. Okay, let's see what we got to do here. It doesn't give me a variable on that one. So I'll just use X. We have some amount, some distance. The Did they give me a day? Okay, Saturday is 165 feet. And then we have 11 feet fewer. And this would be for Friday, some distance on Friday. Some distance on Friday, we don't know what that is, but we do know that it's 11 feet fewer that resulted in Saturday. Okay? Number 9, negative 17 equals b subtract 8. Locate your variable. Your variable is b. Everything on the same side as your variable's got to go away. Use the opposite or the inverse operation to make it go away. So if this is subtraction or a negative, you're going to use a positive or addition. I don't care what you refer to it as. But you are going to do it on both sides. Negative 8 and positive 8 are zeroed pairs. They go away. That leaves b by itself. And then you have negative 17 plus 8. So in your calculator, you want to be very careful. 17, do the plus minus key, and then hit the addition key, which is above your equals, and then hit 8, and then hit equals, and you will find out that it's negative 9. Number 10. 8 equals x minus 5. Locate which side of the equation your variable's on. It's on the right, but so is negative 5. I've got to get rid of that. Apply a positive 5 to both sides of your equation. Negative 5 and positive 5 are zeroed pairs. They zero and disappear, leaving x by itself. Positive 8 plus a positive 5 gives me a positive 13. Number 11. I minus 6 equals 18. Locate your variable. Your variable is I. You have a minus 6 on the same left side of the equation. That's what has to go away. Apply the inverse operation. I add 6 to both sides. Negative 6, positive 6 go to 0 and disappear, leaving I by itself. 18 plus 6 is 24. Number 12. D minus 3 equals negative 11. Locate which side your variable's on. It's on the left, but so is a negative 3. The negative 3 has to go away. Apply the inverse operation of a negative, which is positive, to both sides of your equation. Negative 3 and positive 3 go to 0 and disappear, leaving D by itself. Careful in your calculator. 11 plus minus the addition key, 3 equals. You will find out it is negative 8. Number 13. Negative 15 equals f minus 3. Locate your variable. It's on the right. There's also a negative 3 on the right. The negative 3 has to go away. We want to isolate the variable. Apply the inverse operation. It is a positive 3. Negative 3 and positive 3 are zeroed pairs that disappear, leaving f by itself. Negative 15 plus 3. Be careful in the calculator. 15 plus minus to make that negative. Hit your addition key, 3, and then equals. You will find out it is a negative 12. Number 14. Negative 4 equals Q minus 6. Locate your variable. There's a -6 on the same side as my variable. The -6 has to go away. Apply the inverse operation, which is an addition of 6 to both sides of the equation. -6 and +6 are zero pairs. They disappear, leaving Q by itself. A -4 plus a 6 is a +2, but in your calculator you're going to use 4 plus minus. Hit your addition key, 6 and equals. Number 15, r minus 7 equals -12. Locate your variable, it's r. You've got a -7 on that same side. It has to go away by applying the inverse operation of addition, because that's subtraction. Add 7 to both sides of your equation. Keep it balanced. -7, +7 are zeroed pairs, disappear, leaving r by itself on the left. If it starts on the left, it stays on the left. In your calculator, do a 12 plus minus to give it the negative. Hit your addition key, plus 7, and you will find your answer is a -5. Once you complete this paper, then you can begin your homework in class. It's in your math book. Let me get the page number. Page 269, 270. Thank you for watching.